braking points with ME7. This week we were at the Nurburgring Grand Prix Circuit. The Pagani Huayra is the car of choice this week. Its acceleration and grip are better than any of the other cars. Now this is a very advanced way to do the first corner. I will show you the other way to do it, but this is how I'm getting my top time, a big drift, and that's a pretty advanced technique. You can get a good time without that, but a lot of the top guys will be doing that, maybe all of them. And look at this, that is not off track. If you stray much further than I did, it is. So a huge thing on this track is gauging where actual off track is. Some people get pretty upset about this and even get mad at me, which I don't understand because I'm just showing you what the game allows. If you want to drive with your tires all on the inside of the white line, that's fine, you can do that. However, you are going to be giving up time and earnings compared to other people who use this. Same with right here. Very shocking how far you can go on that section. And I'm going to show you a bit about that, explain what happens when you have two tires off track and you're braking. That's a very important thing for me to address. I've addressed it in the past, but perhaps you didn't see that video. Same with this. Look how much you can be on that chicane there and it's not off track. And then this last corner, that's a tricky corner, but there we go. This is how I got my top Group B time. Not the very top, but I'm pretty high up there. Looking to try for a Group A. I'm about a half second out of Group A right now. Okay, so this is how I gauge track limits. This is the Koenigsegg Agera RS. Although it has the best top speed, it can't make up for the rest. And look at this, still no off track. There, finally that's off track. And then this is way over into turn 10, and I was shocked. Look how far over you can go. My goodness, is that ever crazy. And the last chicane, turn 14. Look at this, again. If you don't maximize these points, you're just giving up too much. Since we are going to have two tires off track sometimes, I need to show you this so you know why I'm doing certain things. 4 tires on track brakes way faster than 2 tires on track. Look at that, it's a 55% difference in braking distance. So we only want 2 tires off track as little as necessary, but sometimes the increase in trajectory is worth it, like right here. I'm going to swing way over, this is the non-drift version, and then get back in the gas. Now for the drift version, which is the one I set my best time with. The braking point is quite a lot deeper, and this is pretty advanced. On the brakes for a while, then I swing over and have my rear end going out, get back onto the gas as soon as I can. This is an extremely short braking point. And then way over to the right, and watch for that line, I'm braking right about there. And actually I didn't have any tires off track there because the green section's all on track. This is full throttle, and you gotta know how to maximize that to really stay full throttle and not brake at that corner. Braking right about where you see. I purposely didn't talk so you could hear, I just tapped the gas for a bit. Watch on the left for my next braking point. Should brake a little bit further back than I just did because you're gonna see that I overdrove the corner a pinch. I also got back to the throttle later than I could have. I could have taken that over another car width. Maximizing this full power. So coming up here, we're going to start braking right about here, right when that's ending, but I'm not going to go over until I need to. And this is another pretty quick one. On the gas for a little bit, then onto the brakes for just a little bit, and then heavy on the gas. Now coming up to the next braking point, you could swing off track more. I didn't, I couldn't make it work. I'm braking with, that's my reference point, but I'm way back where you saw. And then here you really need to maximize this. Again, braking, only go off track when we have to. 2 tires off to swing around out for trajectory. So there you go. That's how I'm getting the time that I'm getting. And if I improve some of those points, it'll even get better. So here we are, my loaner car with no upgrade run. And basically, you're gonna wanna back up all of those points. I didn't practice drifting with this Bugatti because I actually didn't realize that it was beneficial at the time. So this will just be the nice normal way of taking the corner. Braking off several car lengths back from where I was in the Pagani. But it's the same basic technique, you just need to back up those braking points. This car has decent grip, but it's so fast. The brakes though aren't as good. You can see there I'm losing it a little bit. By the way, for both of these runs, I'll put up my settings here. I use tilt B with steering sensitivity 2 and all of my assists off. A lot of people ask me about assists. Brake assist and traction control really hurt your speed in this game. However, the steering assist really doesn't hurt your speed in this game very much as long as you're doing on-track driving like time trials. Drifting, it might affect you a little bit, but steering assist low? Probably not. I know some very good time trial drivers who use steering assist. Now, steering sensitivity, that's more of a personal preference. I like 2. I used to use more, but now I like 2. The lower you go, the easier it is to carry speed through the corners, but the more you're going to have to twist. So there's not necessarily a right or wrong answer. It's kind of whatever works for you. Now, when it comes to endless endurance racing, like you might have seen me do, you definitely need to have that steering assist off because it's going to make it impossible. So there you go. There are 2 great runs. If you like what you're seeing, I'd ask that you please subscribe. Here are some other links you might find interesting, including some endless endurance racing like I mentioned. Thank you for joining me today.